of sharks. My name is Sophie. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, but I'm originally from Senegal, West Africa. I'm here seeking $500,000 in exchange for 10% of my company. I was born into the Well of Tribe, and in the Well of Tribe, weaving is passed down generationally, from grandmothers to mothers to daughters to granddaughters. Senegal is full of joy, color, laughter, and life. Senegal is brimming with abundance. But when I first came to the States, I was shocked to learn that many people's perception of Africa was so interwoven with poverty. This was such a stark contrast from the place that I grew up. I wanted to weave my heritage into an art form that told the true story of African craftsmanship. That's why I created Expedition Subsahara. Our beautiful, vibrant baskets are made by artisans in Senegal, all by hand and with love. Our mission to interject joy, color, and culture into every home with our handcrafted storage and home decor solutions. And with Expedition Subsahara, I'm dedicated to giving back to the very community that raised me. Now, I know that I'm standing among sharks, but make no mistake, I am a lion. Now, who's ready to join me in transforming the home goods space by banishing boring storage and making this world a more colorful place, one happy basket at a time? Sharks in front of you, you'll find your very own Expedition Subsahara baskets so that you too can add some color in your lives.
Wow.
So tell us about, is there a purpose for each one? Because we have 3 different shapes here.
Yeah, we've taken our traditional craftsmanship and we've made modern vessels.
They're beautiful.
This big one, for example, is actually our best seller, and it's used mostly for a hamper.
And these are hand woven?
Oh, they're all hand woven.
That is
in Senegal, and you import them in.
Yes.
And what?
that is awesome. I love seeing, taking something that is from your background, your heritage, and then bringing it to the masses. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, I don't know that the $5 million valuation is going to attract any sharks there, but I mean, if she's willing to move on the valuation, yeah, maybe. 500,000 is it's always, the higher up you go, the less likely you are to walk away with the deal. So hopefully Sophie gets one here, because I look. It looks beautiful. Looks like it belongs in a store, and hopefully she's got the sales to back it up.
What's it made out of? Like, reminds me of lanyard.
So they're actually made from sweetgrass, elephant grass. We use a variety of grasses, and then all the color you see is from recycled plastics.
Yeah.
Costs. How much would this particular one cost?
That one would probably cost fully landed $18, and we sell it for $50.
And how do you sell it? Do you sell it online? Do you sell it through retail? Or tell us about your sales.
We sell 95% online. Our total sales to date is $900,000.
For this year.
All right.
$900,000?
Wow.
$900,000.
Sophie, I was not expecting that.
Wow.
Nice.
Actually, lifetime, we made $3.6 million.
Woo!
What did you do last year, Sophie?
Lifetime. Last year, we did $1.6 million.
You are selling a lot of baskets.
So, Sophie,
Sophie,
last
does
year,
everybody-
1.6 million. What did you make on that? What
So
profit?
our gross profits was over $1 million,
Wow.
Wow. What are your margins typically?
about 60%.
60%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's
Wow.
your overhead? Do you not spend any money on anything?
So that's our gross profit. So I reinvested into the company quite a
Okay,
bit.
so gross profits was $1 million.
What was your net
net
profit?
profit? How much did you?
$75,000.
75,000. Okay.
All right. So, wow, 75,000. That's not as great, but I mean, if Sophie's reinvesting majority of that business, into it, or the revenue into it, then or profits into it, then she's good. She's that's a safe bet on yourself, right? And that you're going to continue to grow because of the investments that you're putting into the business. And just I wanted to make it full screen so you could see, gross profit, sales minus cost of goods. Net profit is the sales minus cost of goods plus all expenses. So all in is what you're looking at, the net profit. I know me personally, I know I use the terms of use the terms forever, but I always get them mixed up myself, especially when you're talking in speed and things like that. So net is at the end of the day what you're getting to take home. Gross profits being everything, the whole everything that is before you take all the money out for the expenses.
Whoa.
Oh.
So let me take you back, actually. In 2019, we only did $75,000 in sales. When the pandemic hit, people weren't buying baskets. So March 2020, we made $4,000 in sales, and I thought about closing the business because I couldn't sustain it. Then from March to 2020 to May 2020, we did $45,000 in sales.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, George Floyd was murdered, and with George Floyd's murder came a huge rise through the Black Lives Matter movement to uplift Black businesses, and I saw a huge shift in my business.
That's awesome.
That's good.
So I had to ramp up production really fast. I had to bring in weavers, 120 of them to be exact. So I had to pay them fairly. I had to make sure that the places where they were weaving were taken care of. I had to make sure that the farmers had cards to bring the grasses. So basically, our margins kind of dwindled because we had a bunch of overhead that we didn't have the previous year.
Got it.
Because it was a mom and pop shop.
Sophie, are you saying that you're paying the weavers on a flat wage? I just made the assumption you were paying them on a piece basis.
No, we're doing this differently. Normally that would be the way, but we're paying them so that they are our weavers.
Not all of them are going to be as productive as the others. Why don't you just pay by the piece?
What we're going to do is take the master weavers and make sure that they have someone underneath them who can learn from them.
What's the competition?
All right, training. That is so important, right? Taking your best people and making sure that they are taking others under their wing to make it, to make it better. And having that training and process in place enables you to bring on more people. Now, the only thing the problem I have with the level of investment is that it's still a 1-for-1. Like, what are you getting for that investment, right? So you're getting more weavers and more people, but the problem is like, how often are people going to continue to buy baskets, right? It's not necessarily something that, it wears out and they buy another one in a month, a week, 6 months. And that really becomes a problem. So like, if you tell me, okay, I invested most of the profits, right? We made, we had, what was it, 600 or 900, 400, or was it 600,000 in profits? But then we only walked away with our net profits being 75,000. What did we spend all that money on? 525,000 on. If you said, okay, well, we got equipment, we got assets. Not that team members aren't assets, and having master weavers isn't part of being an asset in a way, because they're a specialized team of people that doing a specific task that not just anybody can walk in off the street and do. That's great, but I mean, you really got to ramp up the sales, right? Like, and I mean, this is something that I don't even know what stores you would necessarily get it into. I don't know if I don't know, does Pier 1 still exist? I don't know, or something along those lines of stores that have specialized furniture. You can't find the price tag. It's hard to navigate. It kind of looks like it's all kind of just all over the place. There's another one of those stores too. I can't think of the name of it. I liked it better than when I was at Pier 1 in the past. But anyway, there's also probably a lot of farmers market stores, that you could get into that would be interested in having products like this. So I just, it kind of pains me a little bit to hear like we didn't invest in manufacturing processes or machinery or something that at least gives the company long-term assets that aren't just, I don't want to say just people, but are skilled people.
Competition doing?
Wait, hold on. The problem is that's the way it's always been done, and it has done nothing for my community. Those baby weavers are going to end up being master weavers. They have to learn from a master, just like I did. So people have a living wage. So we're doing things in a way that is different.
Good for you.
Yes.
Sophie, what did you spend on advertising last year?
Last year, I spent $400,000 on advertising.
Whoa. So that's where the profit goes.
Tell us about your numbers last month.
Yes. So last month we did $160,000 in sales.
So your average sale was how much?
$206.
206.
Wow.
Yes.
Your margins are 60%.
Yeah.
And then it cost you how much to acquire a customer?
It costs me about $116 to acquire a customer.
Hi. You only have $5.
Yikes! Yeah, so that's even worse. Like, yeah, I mean, well, I don't want to say worse because brand awareness is expensive, and clearly, if you have to spend that much money, $100+ to acquire a customer, then I mean, that's really tough. That's really tough to sustain, and even at that amount, I mean, it comes to a point where it's like it's break even. I almost feel, I hate to say it, but like it feels like you really need to like bump up the prices even more, which I don't know if that'll price people out, but I think if you make you explain what Sophie explained about the master weavers and how you pay people and you're working towards making it sustainable and not just paying per piece. It kind of reminds me of the wait staff in restaurants, right? Like there's restaurants out there that are now paying insurance and benefits and making it so that you can live, have a livable predictable income from the restaurant rather than whatever you get in tips and we'll pay $1.50 an hour or whatever it is below minimum wage. I think I think there's restaurants that makes sense, but I also think at the same time those restaurants could probably also still raise the price, and we've talked about this on the channel before, but I applaud the idea to make it so that those basket weavers that are really great at what they do can make that livable wage. I just think that you're just gonna have to raise prices. It's got to go up, especially if it's gonna cost you that much, or you got to find somebody else to do your marketing. Because 400,000, you're buying brand awareness, but I mean, there's only so many baskets that one person is going to be able to buy, and at any given time.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's a
your problem
break-even
right now.
business.
That's my problem.
Right,
is
but
customer
I think
acquisition.
when
You're losing money right now. So last month you lost money.
We don't lose money. We kind of just break even.
Where do you see the scalability now that you set up these systems and people in place?
These are all online. Right now, it is harder and harder to acquire a customer the way that we're doing it. So what I need to do is get these baskets to the masses through retail.
Oh, you want to go retail?
Now you want to go to retail.
For every customer.
Yeah, that's tough because like at retail, you're gonna have to drop. Your price is gonna be so much lower to get it in the door, and like unless you go to a type of store that's like a Pier 1 or something of that caliber, it's gonna be real tough to sell a $300 basket. It just is. Which is a shame.
Where you acquire, you're actually losing money. And I think that's a big problem. I don't like retail for this because it's going to tie up a ton of capital in inventory. I'm sorry, this is not a business for me. I'm out.
Thank you, Kevin.
I love your mission and what you're doing. I think your valuation, I never talk valuation, but the valuation for me is a little off here, and you're figuring so much out. So I wish you good luck, but I'm sorry, I'm out.
I understand. Thank you.
Sophie, you're in a difficult spot.
But Mark,
Go
before you say anything, I started this business with $500. $500 to $3.6 million. I've never had a loan. I've never had any sort of debt, period.
It's amazing.
I took that $500 and I just turned it and I turned it and I turned it. Imagine what I could do. Imagine with a shark by my side.
I think you operate better as a sole proprietorship where you don't have investors because you have complete flexibility. And coming in asking for $500,000 makes it really difficult to say, okay, I know exactly how I'm going to get a return. I just don't see that. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Sophie,
That is tough. Man, I know having Mark would definitely make a difference. But as I said in the beginning of the video, 500,000 is a lot of money going in asking for the tank. And if you can calculate for inflation, the money, breaking even isn't really breaking even. You're employing a lot of people and you're doing a lot of good. But at the end of the day, when you're breaking even, you're 1 month, maybe 2 months, 3 months tops away from needing to take that loan, and being under a lot of pressure. Everything's great as long as the sales are going, right? And you're just hand to mouth. But as soon as the sales start to dry up, I mean, if we do hit a recession here in the couple coming months, like it's going to be tough to justify, a $200 basket or group of baskets or whatever. The average price sale of $200 some dollars is going to be really tough for a lot of people to justify. And things are going to slow up, and then you're going to be stuck in that difficult situation of do I let people go or not? And I've been there in 08, 09, 10, 11, 12. We did everything we could to keep everybody on board when our business was actively suffering. And yeah, it's very, 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 very tough. Breaking even is not going to get you there. It's not going to get you to where you want to be. And I hate saying that. I hate saying that because, yeah, especially when you're talking about 60% profit margin already, it just makes it tough.
At 500,000, you're asking me to make a bet on the business.
I'm asking you to make a bet on me. Every single person who's ever bet on me has won. And I promise you, you will never have somebody who can work as hard as I can. I don't sleep. I run the ads. I pack the boxes. I still weave when I need to. I will work like a lion.
Somebody should step up here.
Bet on me.
There's a difference between me betting on you, because I'm willing to do that. Betting on Sophie, I'm in, baby. I'm in all day long. There's no doubt in my mind you're going to make it. But as an investment at $500,000, I just can't do it because I don't see the return, not the return on Sophie. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You said something that most people don't realize. The only people in history who's ever changed the world are the people who never have accepted somebody saying that's the way it's always been done. That is probably one of the most dangerous statements in the world that anybody says, to have you accept the way it's always been done. And as long as you keep doing that, I believe you're going to be okay. This is not an investment for me. I'm out.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.
Thank
Sophie.
you,
Well done.
Sophie.
Thank you.
That sucks. Sophie, I would
never failed betting on myself. So we're going to continue, and I'm going to continue betting on my culture, betting on my weavers. We are going to take over the world one happy basket at a time.
Oh, Sophie, please feel free to reach out down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you, interview you here on the channel. Beautiful looking website. So let's see. We got Happy Storage, Joyful Dining. They got the Shark Tank. Let's go. All right. So we got $79 for I'm going to pronounce this wrong. A Minata shopper. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let's see. Taya storage basket. I mean, these are beautiful pieces. And so having the average at that point being $206 on the order. I mean, that means people are getting quite a few things. I mean, look, you got to sell a lot of $39 Yada. I hope I said that right. Baskets, to get it up there. But it's just, I don't know. I would love to have you on the show. Let's check out Instagram here. 47,000, almost 48,000 followers. Absolutely love it. You got some great engagement going on here. Beautiful pieces, beautiful photos. I'm on board. Let's go. I really wish you came in with I mean, as everybody pretty much stated, I wish you had come in with a lower dollar figure that we were looking for. I think it would have went a long way in getting you a deal. Anyway, just drop a comment down below. I'd love to have you on, Sophie. Like Mont here said, really cool show and great interview. Just talking about interviews, yeah. So thank you so much, Mont, for making it for commenting and being a part of the super community. I'll see you in one of these 2 videos over here. Take care and go be super.